All right, guys, I'm back. So I know that cut off at the end, so y'all gonna have to forgive me. But AMC is still closed too, and the other theater across the street. So you got a multitude of theaters right now that are closed. You have businesses that are closed, and all the people that are directly affected by that seemingly are men of color, heavily. They're on the streets left and right. And it seems like no one is paying attention to them. They're just paying attention to what they want to pay attention to. And I see the same thing happening exactly with white men too. So I don't know where we fall into as far as, I think I passed my train. I did too. I think it fell in somewhere in the middle where you don't know really what to believe or what to do anymore. But one thing I do know is this: something's gotta proceed. You know what? I'm gonna get out of here. Let me get on the other side, y'all, because y'all never gonna be able to hear me with that music. All right, let's give me 2 seconds, guys. I just gotta get so you guys can hear me a little bit better. Excuse me. This is the thing: Black and Spanish people are gonna get heavily affected by these businesses that are closed. Now, I just showed you AMC Theater. AMC Theater hired and employed a lot of people. I worked on that strip right there, Ripley's Believe It or Not, and right next door, Madame Tussauds, which I also see seemingly look like they're closed. So I don't know when those businesses are going to reopen, if they're going to reopen, or whatever the case may be. But one thing I do know is this: when they do reopen, they're going to be at limited capacity. When they do reopen, there's not going to be business as usual as it was, where everybody's dining in for fucking 12 hours or whatever. It's going to be the same pace as now. I just think that they will somehow or another make it conjecturally work for themselves. And once they do, and once it starts working for them, then they'll implement having more and more people in closed areas when they see the cases die down. But as of right now, none of the cases are dying down. In fact, in city to city, even in the state I live at in Connecticut, it's the same thing. All the cases are increasing, especially in the small demographics. Now, this might be, rocket science for some people, but for many, it's not. It's simple. If you have a small area that's congregated by even one person that has COVID-19, and they're intervening with, say, 2 people to 3 people a week, the rapid cessation of that disease spreading before you get to add any type of inoculation is like 0 to none. It spreads that fast, and it's a respiratory inflammation that you're receiving with it. That's why people it's hard for them to breathe and gasp. You'll hear the same story over and over. If you ever talked to someone that had COVID-19, or a nurse or a doctor, they would tell you exactly how they react in most cases. The ones that are most extreme, that need to be hospitalized, they will react in a fraction of a moment sooner than the average other person that would. Some people don't have any reaction whatsoever. They're asymptomatic. They show no symptoms. Their immune system apparently is good enough to make them, you know what I mean? So it's more so, I would say, with COVID-19, people have got to pay attention to the fact that we have a lot of people that I just saw something crazy. We have a lot of people now that the symptoms are mutating themselves. And the symptoms are mutating themselves at such a rapid rate that now you have people actually saying to themselves, hey, you know what? We've got to hurry up and up the game. You know what I mean? So to say. So let's see what happens. We hope and pray for the best. But as far as getting back to businesses, I just wanted to give you guys just a little bit of an example of how much businesses are hit here. And not only are businesses hit here, it's the pocket is hit here too. The endpoint game, if you're only getting 6 hours versus before, you might have been getting anywhere from 11 to 12 hours, and maybe some overtime thrown at you. That's rare if none nowadays. So, and if you do, it's in a special industry. It's something special, and everybody doesn't get hired for that. Because a lot of these places, based on the economy, a lot of people have just held on to those jobs. They said, I'm not going to leave it, So that's a whole different animal you have to deal with. So I'll just say one more time, how it not only affects strongly black communities and Latin communities, but also it affects more so, I would think, just poor communities in general, whether they're rural or city. I live in a rural area in Connecticut, I'm not gonna lie. The problems they have there are more so the spread of COVID-19 and being that our bars are open. Our bars are attracting the COVID-19 and spreading quickly if you're in certain areas of Fairfield County. Now, out where I'm at, it doesn't happen like that. It has not happened like that so far yet. That's not to say that it won't happen. But we hope and pray to God it doesn't. You know what I fucking mean, man? But it's a possibility. It's a possibility. We had a spike the week before last. Then Ned Lamont, which is our governor, he actually gave a whole disposition on the news, and he was talking about how he was going to make a proclamation to have some of the bars shut down at certain hours. You know, all kinds of, you know, hey, get the point type things. You know what I mean? Hey, you get the point, you know? So, kind of dangerous. We're hoping that it doesn't uptick this winter. November's here. December's coming, and January damn sure is cold season, especially in New England. So it gets real cold where we're at. I'm part of Long Island Sound, so the air comes off the water and it makes it feel 10 to 15 degrees colder than what it actually is. And it's freezing sometimes. Just recently it was really, that's why I keep saying I need a coat. Like I can even feel the difference when I'm here, you know? Like I said, technically my address is still here. So, ah, man, I feel relieved and amazed, but at the same time, you know, I feel relieved to be in Connecticut. I really do. I miss my friends that were out there. I've seen some of them they did for the best. I've seen some of them they have done for the best, especially my friend Ruben. You know, and speaking of Governor Ned Lamont, he led a march up there that made the news, WTNH, out of New Haven. And shout out to Money Craven, New Haven. Pistol waving New Haven too. Fuck, it's crazy motherfuckers down there. They're in Waterbury, Dirty Water. In Sonia too. Guys, I just don't really want to see this whole thing pick and tick back up, this whole COVID shit. I went through 4 months of quarantine here in New York City over this shit, and it's just people being reckless sometimes. I'm being reckless right now talking to y'all, but I'm in an isolated spot, so there's nobody around me. Like, it's dead. You see what I mean? Like, it's dead out here. Like, I exaggerate not to. It's just dead. I don't know. All right, guys, I'm going to get up off of here. I have some more for you tomorrow. Links are in the description box. Make sure you click them. PayPal, GoFundMe, and also Stringer Bell 80 at Cash App. I appreciate all your contributions or whatever. Let's get these numbers back up. I am officially back as of Friday. Feels good, man. It feels real good. I just had to take a break. I have to take a break, man. That's still overwhelming. I got 800,000 plus views this month. You know what I mean? And even got like a little thing and shit. So congratulations to me and thank y'all for making that happen. But the contributions to the GoFundMes and the Cash App, that really worked. Like, I could do so much work, you know what I mean, and move on to other things for the second half of my career, what I'm trying to do. So if y'all want to see me successful, this is what I know how to do. I know how to sell albums, I know how to make artists, and I know how to sell a product and media-wise. And I'm providing the product here. You know, whether you like some of it or some of it sounds like babble to you, there's always something intricate into it. So I would entice you to go back and even listen to it for a second time, all right? All right, guys, I'm out of here. I might do another one and upload it, I don't know. But for right now, I'm thinking about going to sleep. All right, so I'm going back home and I'm going to tap it in for a minute, and I'll probably upload something else a little bit later. So be on the lookout, all right? Later, guys.